Well, hi guys, it is carlystars, and I have a perfect video for y'all today. I'm going to do a makeup tutorial. I pre-filmed it, so I'm gonna go to that clip, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I use a oil-free facial moisturizer cleanse. I do this normally, actually I do this every single time I'm doing my makeup, but I like doing it the most when I get out of the shower because that is when my skin is very clean and I can get moisturizing powers into my pores and stuff. This is just a Target brand one. It was $10, but this is gonna last me for several years, I can assure you, because I don't use a lot of this at once. So what I do is I just put it on just points on my face, so like my cheeks, my chin, my nose, my forehead, and a little bit on my eyelids, like above my eyelids. And it looks kind of weird at first, but not after you rub it in. Moisturizer is that it actually helps just get ready for all of the makeup that I'm gonna put on my face. And also I forgot this, if you didn't do this or if you didn't just get out of the shower, I would assure that you took all of your makeup off. And I also forgot my neck and some of it just fell on my pants. You need to make sure your face is clean before you moisturize because you want to make sure it's clean, like I said. But yeah, that is all I do with the moisturizer. The next step that I do is my liquid foundation, and my liquid foundation is actually a 3-in-1. It is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous, and it has 3-in-1. It is a foundation and it's a sunscreen, and it helps with concealing and stuff like that. This is probably around $10 as well, but again, you do not need a lot of it. This is one of those products that it's a little bit goes a very long way, and this has lasted me like 6 months at a time, so it is very expensive for, you know, a concealer and a foundation, but it lasts you forever, which is awesome. So yeah, my shade, if you guys are wondering, I'm 825, which is buff beige. I just put a little bit on my cheeks. So just a tiny little dot, just a little bit like that. I actually put a little bit too much on this side. And then I put it on chin, nose, and forehead, and a little bit around my eyebrows just to get rid of the redness that's around them. But I just rub it in and just blend it in everywhere. And then I add more if I feel like I need more in certain spots. So if you don't want to do this with your finger, you can use a brush if you would like, but that's completely your preference. Also make sure you get your neck as well, because you don't want to have your face not blend in with your neck. Okay, that step is done. The next step, I take a color correcting powder or a tone correcting powder. This one is really beat up though, like you can't even see the colors in it anymore, but it's supposed to be yellow, blue, green, and red, and what it is supposed to do is actually supposed to even out the tones on your face. So if you have more red, then some of the primary colors are going to help cancel that red out. It's just supposed to help with correcting the tone in your face And this was literally only $2 and it's lasted me forever, and this is the brush that I use. It's just a powder brush, and these are both e.l.f. products. I normally love using e.l.f. products because they're so cheap and they actually are very efficient and they work well, so that is why I use them. And for the correcting powder, all you have to do is just put some on your brush, and then just, what I do is I dab it, like I dabble it on. And it also helps set the foundation, the liquid foundation that I just put on my face. And I just do that all the way around my face. And that is it for that step. The next step, I use my True Powder foundation, and it is this Rimmel London Stay Matte powder, and it's in the color 005 Silky Beige. For that correcting powder, it will work for whatever your skin tone is. Also, if you have veins that show, I have a vein under my eye that shows a lot, so that correcting powder is supposed to help that as well. So if you have like veins, or if you're pale in your face, or if you have any redness anywhere. Also, veins are really prominent over your eyelids and everything too, so I think that's what that is supposed to help with. This is what I use for my like true foundation powder. Sometimes if I don't have time in the morning to do like a full makeup routine like this, I will completely just skip the correcting powder, but it normally does help even out my tone, and it actually makes my face softer and less shiny from the foundation because it's a liquid. Silky Beige is my color in this, and I just use a little bit of it. And this is, I don't even know where this brush is from. It says it's just a powder brush, and it's probably just a hand-me-down from one of my sisters, but you can probably get it anywhere. But yeah, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Done with that step. The next step, actually I would do this before you do your last powder or you do your setting powder, because I would do, this is like my blush routine, and there's two ways you can do it. You can do it without using any product, which is just kind of pinching your cheeks, kind of, just a little bit, and my cheeks are already pretty red or pretty blushed all the time. But if you want them to look natural, you can either pinch your cheeks, which is a little bit painful, but it's not anything that you like can't handle. Or you can use, what I use is actually a lipstick, and this lipstick is, I don't even know what the shade is, but this is what I use for a blush. It's this color. Oh, and if anybody is wondering why we do this for products, it's so the camera can focus and see whatever this product is and you can see it clearer. A lot of people wonder why beauty gurus do that. I use this LA Colors lipstick, and what I do is I just puff my cheeks, like I just smile a little bit, and I just put it right on the apples of my cheeks. Just like that. And then what I do is I blend it in with my finger. And then it looks natural. But also, if you think it's a little bit too dark, what you can do is go over with your powder again and just kind of dim the color, and it looks a little bit more natural. And that is normally what I do for blush. Again, if I don't have time in the morning or I don't want to put on blush, I won't do that all the time. But if I do want blush in my look, then I will do it. Next step is my eyebrows, and if you guys have really nice eyebrows already, you can totally skip this step, but I do not have nice eyebrows, and a lot of people think that I like shave my eyebrows, but no, that never happened. My eyebrows are just really weird and have been really red all of my life, so I took actually doing my eyebrows under my wing in like 8th grade, so I would like to think I'm good at it now. I use an eyebrow pencil, especially if I get out of the shower. Normally I sleep with my makeup on, so I still have like pencil and everything on my eyebrows, so I don't really have to do much to them the next day. But if I get out of the shower, I normally take an eyebrow pencil, and this is a Rimmel London one, and it's in the shade 002 Hazel, and honestly, you could do any shade of brown if you have brown hair. It doesn't even look like I have brown hair because I have a really, really dark brown hair. But you can just go with any shade, especially if you're a brunette. I think you can do brunette for basically any hair color because it looks nice with redheads and blondes as well. But what I normally do is I take this eyebrow pencil and I just kind of draw on the way I want my eyebrows to look, and then I fill it in with a Urban Decay powder, which you'll see in a second. Something like that, so it just follows where most of the hair on my eyebrows already are, so I don't really have to do much, I just have to stencil it. Now that that is done, I use my Urban Decay Brow Box, that is what this is called, and the first one, you can tell that I use the brown a lot. And then down here is like a wax, and then there's like a color for if you have blonde hair, so your eyebrows are a little bit lighter. But I normally don't use the wax, even though you're supposed to. But the next little compartment in this box is the little brushes, and then there's a little tweezer if you need to tweeze some hairs. But I don't have to do that because I have very little hair already on my eyebrows. So I just take the brown and fill the brush up with it, just like a normal powder, but on this tiny little brush instead of a big one. And I just fill in what I stenciled. And that is what I do with my eyebrows. They're not the best shape today, but it's alright. My next step is applying falsies. And these are just demi wispies. I think these are Ardell, but I'm not sure. And these came actually in like an Elsa Princess eyelash package. And they're blue, but I'm hoping you won't be able to see that they're that blue once I put mascara on them. This is what they look like. Actually, they're really cool. They're supposed to enhance brown eyes, but I mean, I don't really care. And normally, actually, with a Lash Secret, some of them actually are sticky enough where you don't have to use glue the first time, but I wouldn't recommend doing that, especially if you're going to wear them for long periods of time, because the stickiness isn't going to be there all the time. So I use an Ardell Lash Grip Glue. And this lasts forever, that's why I recommend using the bigger ones, or having the bigger ones, especially if you wear falsies on a daily basis, or if you wear them enough where you need a lot of glue. I would definitely recommend getting the bigger thing of it. I normally never have to trim them, but if you have to trim them, you can do that if you need to. And then if you don't wear falsies, just completely skip this step, because you don't even have to. I let it dry, or let it get tacky for a few seconds, and then I just put them right on because I don't think it makes a difference. And now the other. Sorry, they're still drying. Oh, also, if you guys are wondering how much fake lashes are, normally if you get like a pack of one, they range from like $2 to $4, which is really not that bad, but I would suggest getting one of the packs that have more than one, so maybe like a pack that has 4 or a pack that has 3. It's worth the money and they last a little bit longer, and you do not have to throw out your lashes the first time you wear them, because you can wear them more than once. You just have to make sure that they don't get all gunky and gluey, but that is easy to do. You just have to be really careful while taking the little gunks of glue off, but you can wear them more than once, and that is what I do, and that's what I like to do because they last longer and I don't have to keep buying individual eyelashes. Next up is eyeliner. I use a very inexpensive eyeliner. It is from e.l.f. It's like $2 and it works awesome. I think it works awesome. It's kind of hard to handle if you're new at eyeliner because this is just like a little brush. A lot of people actually ask me how I do my eyeliner, so if you want to know, my secret is being told here, so you can watch that. You can use whatever eyeliner you prefer though, and then you can just see if you want to try to make your eyeliner the way I do, then you can see that. I just zoomed in so you guys can see what I'm doing with my eyeliner. But I start from this corner, and I just kind of wisp out. Then I connect from the bottom. So I connect from here, and then go up. There's that eye. And now the other. You won't be able to see what I'm doing on this eye as much, but I'll still do it. Is what I use is a MAC Studio black pencil liner, and I use that in the waterline of my eye, so right here. And again, if I don't have a lot of time or if I don't really want to use this, I won't use this every single time, but I wanted to show you guys like what I do if I do a complete makeup look. So yeah. Like so. See? It just makes it a lot darker. And like that. Also, if you guys are wondering how much my little liquid liner is, these are not expensive at all. I'm pretty sure I got this in a pack of like 2 or something, but if you get a pack of 2, it's probably going to range around like $3 or $4, and if you get one of them, it literally should be like $2. If you can find one for $1, that's awesome, but I can't assure that because it might not be $1. Next up is my illuminator. This is called What's Up. I think this is by, it says it's by Benefit. You cannot get little ones like this. This is like a sample that I got from Sephora, but if you do want to get a highlighter or an illuminator of some kind, it's not going to be cheap. The big version of this is insane and lasts like years, but it's kind of expensive. So if you guys wanted one of these, it's one of the more expensive and like professional makeups. You can probably find a cheap one. I can't say how much this was because I didn't buy this and this was just a sample, so I don't know. But I know the bigger version of it, which is insane and like I said, lasts a year. I know that it's probably around like $20 or $30 because it's a really great professional makeup, but you can probably find one at Target. I know there's a highlighter. They have a really cute highlighter that has like a bow on it, and it's in like a rose gold little, this is like rose gold instead of silver, and it's around, I think, $13 or something like that, but it's big. It's about the same size as a mascara bottle. Also, this is a step that you do not have to do, and it is one that I will skip if I don't have time, like I said. But where I put my highlighter is I put it in the creases of my eyes just so it brings more focus to my eyes, and I put it on top of my brow bone, and you're supposed to put it a little bit on your cheekbone as well, but I never have done that. So yeah. See it on camera, but you can see how in the creases of my eyes it's a little bit more shiny, and that's basically what it is. A highlighter is just light shiny, and it's supposed to bring attention to wherever you put it. And now the very last step, because I think it's the easiest step, is mascara. So I have actually two mascaras. I have the Lift Me Up Rimmel London. This is actually the new one, but I bought this. I literally don't care about mascara. Like, I will buy whatever cheap one because I just don't, I don't know, they just don't seem very different to me. This was like $7 or like $10, so if you don't want to spend a lot of money on mascara, I wouldn't recommend getting this. But it doesn't make your eyelashes clumpy, which is great. This one makes it a little bit more clumpy. It's because it's volume, but it's called Scandalize, and it's also by Rimmel. Rimmel is one of my favorite mascaras. I'm not even sure I'm saying it right. I mean, Rimmel or Rimmel, or however you say it, is one of my favorite makeup brands. The Lift Me Up, I normally do as like an undercoat, and then I do this one because I love me a lot of mascara. Like, I'm one of those people, like, if you ever see me in real life, I'm gonna be that girl that has like spiders for mascara or like for lashes. This is around $5. That's why I grabbed it, because it wasn't very expensive. And then this one, I said it was around like $7 or $10, even though I thought this was on sale, that's why I grabbed it, but no, it's not. And this is what the brush looks like. I'm gonna be one of the beauty gurus. I also do my mascara really weird, like I can do it with my eyes closed. Example. The first coat of mascara that I do. And there we go. So yeah, guys, that is my finished makeup tutorial. There is a makeup tutorial that I put up a while ago on my channel, but apparently, like, there's something wrong with it, and like nobody can view it or nobody knows that it exists. I don't know why, but there's something wrong with it. I don't really know. So if you guys enjoyed that, leave it a like, comment if you want to see me do any kind of, like, if you want to see how I individually do something. So if you want to see me do like different eyeliners, or like if you want to see different lashes or something like that, then I will certainly do that for you. Or if you want to see me do a different eyebrow design, even though this is pretty normal, like this is my natural look, and this is what I go for naturally, and I'm sure if you didn't know me as a person, you probably thought that these were my natural eyebrows, but no, they weren't. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Bye!